In computer science, a for loop is a control flow statement for specifying iteration, which allows code to be executed repeatedly. Looping is useful in RPA or robotic process automation. You could process a list of orders, fill and submit forms many times in a row, add invoice rows to an Excel worksheet. In short, loops are useful whenever you want to do something repeatedly. Let's see how to use loops in Robot Framework and Python. The most common scenario is looping over a list of items. Let's assume we have a list of things. For each item in the list, we want to execute an action. In this case, we create a list of 3 values, 1, 2, and 3. Loop has 2 parts, a header specifying the iteration and a body that is executed once per iteration. Let's add the header. In Robot Framework, the for loop header uses a for-in construct. For is followed by a variable representing an item in the list. In is followed by a variable representing the list. The variable names can be any legal variable name in Robot Framework. In this case, we name the item variable as item and the list variable as list. For item in list means as long as the list contains items, give me the next item, store it in a variable, and execute the body of the loop. Repeat until there are no more items in the list. In this case, we call the log keyword and log the items. In Robot Framework, the for loop is closed with an end marker. Instead of a variable representing the list, you can also provide each item separately. In this case, we can provide the items 1, 2, and 3 individually. Here is the for-in construct written in Python. It looks similar to Robot Framework syntax. Sometimes you know the number of times you want to execute the loop. In this case, you can use the for-in range construct. Let's assume we want to execute a loop 10 times. Here we provide 10 as the end index. This range includes all the numbers from 0 to 9. The Python version looks quite similar to the Robot Framework version. If you don't want to start the loop from the first item, you can provide a start index. This range includes all the numbers from 1 to 9. Here is the Python version. If you want to loop, let's say, every other item, you can provide a step argument. This range includes every second number starting from 0. Again, this looks almost the same in Python. You can create loops inside loops. Here we have 2 lists. The outer loop loops over the first list. The inner loop loops over the second list. The Python version works the same way. Sometimes you want to stop or exit the loop when a condition is true. In Robot Framework, you can use the exit for loop if keyword. If the condition provided to the keyword evaluates to true, the loop will stop. In Python, a break keyword does the same thing. If you want to skip the current iteration of the loop on condition, you can use the continue for loop if keyword. If the condition provided to the keyword evaluates to true, the loop will stop the current iteration and continue with the next iteration. In Python, the continue keyword achieves the same result. If you want to learn more about looping, visit robocorp.com.